Selling your body online is not the first step into adulthood, and definitely not the fact that most of their followers could not replicate their success. So when someone is telling us that all we have to do is just get naked on the internet, like, clock it. That is grooming disguised as girl boss feminism. Hey guys, it's Nim. What's up, and welcome back or to my YouTube channel, and welcome to a new video. Basically, I want to talk about something that's gotten way too comfortable in our online culture. Have noticed a recent normalization of OnlyFans by influencers who have young audiences. And when I say young, I'm not talking about like infants. I'm not talking like Coco Melon is talking about OnlyFans, but I'm talking in general. I have noticed it. I'm not here to slut shame, and this isn't like some pearl clutching moral panic, right? This is about digital ethics, responsibility, and the reality of what happens when a career move gets sold like a TikTok trend. Basically, I want to use this video to unpack why this is a massive problem. I am pretty sure that we all know what OnlyFans is, but started in 2016 as a subscription-based platform for creators, right? Mainly by 2020, it exploded into like the go-to site for explicit content. And now suddenly we're seeing a shift in the narrative. Sex work is not something in the margins anymore. It is being rebranded as feminism and as just another side hustle, when that is not what it is and not what it should be. Personally, and I feel like we're all seeing it, people are making posts like, quit my 9 to 5, now I work 2 hours a day and make 30K a month. And yes, whilst some of those statements that we see are true, and creators do deserve legal protection, safety, as well as respect when it comes to their careers, but there's a lot of things that nobody wants to say out loud. A shiny, glamorized version of OnlyFans basically ignores a mountain of nuance. When you push it as a lifestyle brand to 15-year-olds scrolling on TikTok, that's not empowerment, unfortunately. That is grooming disguised as girl boss feminism. There is this huge get-rich-quick lie that is being spread on the internet about OnlyFans. Let me get this straight. Most people on OnlyFans are not getting rich. Most people aren't even making enough money to cash out. The average content creator on OnlyFans makes $150 a month. A month. And the top earners, right, that we see always talking about this stuff, they are usually people who are already famous, have teams, have marketing managers, and years of built-in fan bases. And then the people in the middle end up pushing their own boundaries further and further and further just to keep people's attention. But the problem is that influencers don't show that. Most influencers are in that 1%, and then the only thing that they have to show is the money and the trips and the bags. Not the burnout, not the breakdowns, not the manipulation behind the scenes, and definitely not the fact that most of their followers could not replicate their success because they did not have this following prior to starting OnlyFans. Let's get one thing straight here. TikTok is not a 25 and up platform. Never has been and hopefully never will be. It is crawling with teens. like myself, even younger kids than teenagers. So when a 19-year-old influencer comes up on TikTok and says posting nudes online is so empowering, the message is landing very, very hard. Because at the end of the day, we all know, and Gen Z is very aware of the fact that we are having to work so hard because the generations before us have screwed us over when it comes to the economy, when it comes to schooling, and when it comes to getting jobs, right? So when someone is telling us that all we have to do is just get naked on the internet, like, clock it. And what's so much worse is that people aren't being subtle with it anymore. People are being significantly more open about the situation. You see all these people talking about link in bio, I'm a mattress actress, I'm a bop, I'm this, that, and I'm like, sure, but this is not the place for that, babe. Keep that on Twitter. Like, Twitter is basically a site for that at this point. Or sorry, X. Keep that on X. Personally, I want to call it what it is. This is sexualization marketing. It is aimed at an underage audience, and unfortunately, it's working. You've got people like myself, 16, 17, and 18, joking, half serious, about opening an OnlyFans the second that they turn 18. That's not empowerment. You're selling this, you're conditioning people. And it's so disturbing. I think it's very important for us to note the fact that, like, there are long-term repercussions to doing OnlyFans. If you start at 18, you're gonna run the shit till you're 75. You're gonna run the shit till like pension age. Once it's online, it's out there forever. Screenshots, leaks, download. You don't get to erase it. Like, if it's on someone else's phone now, if it's on someone else's laptop, it's on theirs and they can do whatever they want with it. Many creators who have left that industry talk about the long-term trauma and the identity confusion of it all, and the feeling like they cannot not sexualize themselves anymore, if you get what I mean. And let's not even get into the fact that there is this huge issue of stalking, doxing, and blackmail, and all of it is way more common than people in the industry actually want to admit, which I don't understand why, because you're not getting paid to promote the whole industry. Just promote your I think we need to talk about how the language of empowerment and feminism has now been hijacked by this, right? When you think about the language of empowerment and feminism, you hear choice, you hear agency, and you hear freedom. But is it really a choice when the alternative is a minimum wage job that barely covers the rent? Unfortunately, that is not feminism. That is exploitation in pink packaging. Influencers who promote OnlyFans Rise often act as though it's this great equalizer. But behind the scenes, it's the same old story. Platforms, managers, agencies, and middlemen cashing in while creators take all of that risk. And let's not act as though these influencers are clueless. They know who follows them. They know their demographics. They see the analytics. It's not something that it's hidden. Like, the whole point of platforms like this, like YouTube Creator Studio and TikTok Creator Studio and all of that, you can see your analytics, you can see who is watching your video. If you've built a brand on relatable big sister content for teenage girls, and you are suddenly funneling people towards adult content, you are shaping culture. And if you do it without honesty, without warnings, without context, that is just reckless. You don't get to hide behind "it's my truth" when your truth is actively harming people who trust you.
Ew, this is so cringe. Guilty.
This isn't about me being anti-sex work or shaming anyone who does do it. It's about stopping people glamorizing this very adult and very risky industry, especially to people who don't know any better. I can still sit there and fight for the rights of adult content creators whilst saying, hey, maybe don't sell this to people coming out of high school as a dream job. Because we should rather be saying the truth is selling your body online is not the first step into adulthood. Influencers turning their platforms into recruitment funnels for OnlyFans, they are not empowering anyone, unfortunately. They're just selling a fantasy that will cost their followers more than it will ever cost them as influencers. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to like, subscribe down below, turn on the post notifications so you get notified every time I post a new video, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye, besties! Ew.